Thank you very much, Joe. Great job. Most of the work in creating the slide was done by the Joe. So thank you very much once again. Happy to find out that the Earth is a globe also. Good. So we learn something every day. So for those wondering what is the big shaking vibration that you feel at times, this is what was happening. You may have seen it also from the observatory, from on TV, yeah, for those who have the opportunity to have a look forward from the gym, even if it was closed for safety reason. So this is what is happening. At times it is repeated a couple of times, one after the other, so yeah, the feeling is not very well. You don't feel so comfortable when you have this. It's like in the airplane when you feel it up and down, yeah. So we try as much as possible to avoid these things. What we have here, it will be briefly, otherwise it will take quite long. So as Joe explained, the initial route was passing close to the Ireland, south of Ireland, following what we call a grey circle, and would have reached St. John's on a curve here on the map. Nevertheless, due to the storm that we had ahead of us, we had to reconsider and to go way south, and after that to following the updates that we receive on daily basis. Every 6 hours we receive updates on the weather forecast to see what is the best route to be followed. Yes, this can be done, but you will see later on the waves there would have been more than 8 up to 9 meters. So it may have happened that we couldn't advance at all, just stay and pitching without having the chance to advance. Joe put here also few information regarding with the time at a certain moment when we have been in different positions. With the yellow is the intended route that we had forecasted at the very beginning, so initial route with the good weather, let's say, and in red is the track that we follow. Once again, we had to reduce also the speed to have as much as possible a comfortable pitching at times only, and making sure we don't break everything around. I'm sure those experienced cruisers know what it means, yeah? When everything flies around and you hear the plates in the galley breaking and so on. It's not only the speed reduction that we are dealing with, but following the ram line compared with the grey circle, of course, once again increase the total length of the crossing of the road. So this is also affecting the required speed. As we said at the very beginning, we had a required speed of 15.3 knots. This was not possible to be kept due to alteration and due to reducing of the speed. So this is what we end up, the required speed increasing, and then the huge delay we had by the end. Once again, we have here at various moments a ship position and intended, the real one and the intended as per initial plan. So what I said, this, even if it looks like a straight line, this is much longer than in reality than the great circle. Now we have passed the Storm Agnes, and is a little bit better. We are running now 16.2 at times, 16.5 we can reach at times. Of course, movement again, pitching can drop to 15. It's variable, but at this moment we are doing that predictive speed even more. As I said, we are using all the engines available. However, the delay cannot be recovered anymore. Plus, as a bonus, we have another one forming here, and it's not always the wind or everything, but it's about the waves that are remaining behind, and of course cannot be, it's Murphy's law. The worst quadrant is here in this section. So we got from the Storm Agnes the southwesterly quadrant, the same here we will get this. Yeah, so divided it in 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the worst one is the southwesterly quadrant in so it is what we will get also. Of course, we are not alone. We have some other cruise ships following the same route, the same itinerary, going from English Channel, going from UK, most of them to Canada, and we had a look to see what are they doing. This is Arcadia. They went ahead of us, and they saw Arcadia in green, and then Saga Spirit of Discovery here. So they follow, as you see, the same coming out of the English Channel. They didn't go up, went down, and again the same with the Spirit of Discovery. And here it's what every ship did. Arcadia with going south, and then Alter. Here we went south. We tried, cannot be seen here, we tried to come on this course for a while, somewhere here, but was not possible. The movement was quite bad, so we had to continue a little bit more south, and then we continue like this. And this is more or less the same what Spirit of Discovery did. They tried to come in this course as we tried, however it was not possible, and they continue more south. The only advantage for Spirit of Discovery was that their ETA was already set for the, even if they were ahead of us, their ETA was set for the 3rd of October. So they could afford to go more south and to follow this track. If we have done more, then with our speed, we will not do it even on the 3rd of October. So could not follow what Spirit of Discovery did. So we came like this, and then we had to alter, trying to find the balance between the speed, the comfort, the safety. With the safety we cannot make a balance, it's always have to play safe. And as I said, this is what we got at the moment. With your permission, I have now few videos, or let's start with these photos. Oh, sorry. So I can change the photo. Okay. This is before starting the cruise, making all the alternatives option that we had with the alteration. So once again, the initial would have gone straight into the center with 8-9 meters seas, and we tried various options. As I said, this one is what Saga did. They went even more south. Yeah? However, if we would have followed this one, would have not be there, not even on the third. So with the red, it's the option we have started with, sent to the office, analyzed by all competent persons, and we agree on what we have to do. Yeah. Okay, so here we see a little bit how it went. Is also what we have sent to the office, that we are monitoring the movement of the other ships. And then once we advance with the cruise, there is not an optimization carried out at the very beginning, but during the cruise, according with the position, every 6 hours we optimize to get the best results on the track. Maybe it's not very visible, there are small differences, yeah, saying us which one is the best, or not say not the best, but an optimum route which will avoid specific height of the seas. At a certain moment, you will see that the optimize, I zoom in one area in order to avoid some 6 meters and 5 meters swell. The optimization suggested to go back. So our movement is southwesterly, then westerly, and the optimized route set for a while to go even southeasterly. We didn't do this, we continue a little bit more south, we reduce more the speed and try again with different optimization for the next updates. Okay.
Hello, my
I
dear.
do apologize, I'm not very skilled when we speak about the screens. So this would have been the
Not too bad.
initial track, and I'm not sure it's very visible and not very focused. However, here we have the wind, we have the swell, we have the height of the seas. So in this area we have had here 8 to 9 meters. This is what was initially predicted. So once again, this is the reason that we came more south to avoid. And this is the optimized route. It will replay. We'll see here that, oops. Please replay the video. Yeah. Okay. So the idea was to once again to avoid the big red. When it's red on the chart, it's not good. This is obvious. Okay, play now. Okay, so this is what we are expecting tomorrow. As you see, we try to take it to the edge. Cannot go too much down, again, not to have a big delay. And once again, now with your permission, we are using not only one source information for, this is the official routing program for the weather, and we have also some other sources, is what we call windy.com. This is showing what is developing now ahead of us. The setup is showing the waves at this moment. So presently we are somewhere here, and there's no other way around that we have to pass through it. So this is showing the movement of the sea, and the other video, which looks a little bit better, refers to the wind. So the wind, yeah, it's a little bit greenish, the area, so is the wind that we will encounter. Once again, we have to arrive here, so there's no other way around than to adjust the sails. We have to go through, but as I said, in some reasonable limits. And as I said, we update the forecast on our routing plan every 6 hours, and the upper track was the, let's say, the last one we used, and then last night we received the information that we have to go a little bit more down in order to avoid what is forming ahead of us. So once again, the optimized route sent us again more south from the track in order to avoid what is forming here. Each deviation, each alteration on the paper or on the display looks very small. However, it is about tenths and tenths of miles, which added to the total length, yeah, creates this delay. So at this moment it looks much better than we had before, previous days. Just to make you aware, tomorrow we are waiting a little bit again increase of the wind. We can switch on the lights, please. And after the one that is forming ahead of us, then it looks good arrival on St. John's. Maybe you have heard my noon announcement. Presently we have a delay of 12 hours. This means possible to arrive to the pilot station somewhere around 6:30 p.m. and then to be alongside by making ready for operation by 8:30 p.m. However, the agent confirmed that the authorities will not be there for us for formalities, for clearance, for immigration, and all the other things, logistics for our arrival. Therefore, together with the office, decision has been made to have the arrival next day in the morning, 6:30 a.m. to the pilot station. So what we did, also we asked for in this case, was to extend the stay with a few hours in the evening. So at this moment, once again, it's confirmed the ETA is 6:30 on the 3rd of October. That's all I had to say. It's something we cannot fight against it. We just have to adjust the sails to find the best and the optimum track towards our destination. Any questions? We have a few minutes if anything to be asked.
They said thank you for keeping them safe.
Very much appreciate. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that you came here. I would love to see you also in the evening for the captain's cocktail welcome party. So please be there. Thank you very much, Andy. Thank you, Joe. Thank you to the technical team. Thank you.
Joe and Captain Val, everybody. So just to confirm what Captain said there, and also just to update you for those who particularly that would affect tours and stuff like that, just to give you some information about that. So just to confirm, we will no longer be doing the first overnight. We will be arriving on the second day of St John's. So for those of you that were booked, so anybody that's booked on the second day as normal, that's absolutely fine. Anyone that was booked on a tour just for day one, those tours will still happen just on day two. Okay, so anybody that was just booked on a tour just for day one, those tours will still happen on day two. For anybody that is booked on a tour on day one and day two, please at some point just pop to the tours desk and they will give you all the information that you are needed. Billy and the team will look after you. Obviously you've got a couple of days to do that, so you don't have to all rush at one time. But just to confirm, so anybody that was booked on one just for day two, that's absolutely normal. Anyone booked on one for just day one, they will still happen, they will just happen on day two. Anybody that was booked on day one and day two, please go to the tours desk to see our team. Once again, a big round of applause for Captain Val and Joe, everybody. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day at sea. Thank you.